Day 2 for my Excel for beginner course. And in today's video, we're going to be learning some functions in Excel. Functions like can, canif, sum, average. And we're also going to be learning how to order our data in our spreadsheet. So not to waste your time, let's get into this video. But first, please like, share, and comment. If you have any question, you can also ask it in the comment section and I'm going to reply you. So this is the data we're going to be using. We want to position the data for it to be more presentable or to fill in each of this cell evenly. To do that, you click to highlight the entire spreadsheet, double click in between to get the exact size. Now we want to make it more presentable by adding colors to the headers to know that this is the header. So you highlight the place, you can change the color from font or you can go up to star, cell star and choose a cell star from there. So this is the data we're going to be using. We see student names, we see score, and we see status. So the next thing we want to do, we want to put it in border. To put it in border, what you need to do, you need to highlight the place that you want to put the work in border. The place that you want to put in border, you want to highlight it. Once you highlight that place, you go up there to font, go to the border button, click on the drop down arrow and choose a border. Now you see we have canif, we have canif again, we have sum, average, maximum, and minimum. So what we want to do with can? We want to use can to know how many students is in the class or maybe how many person in the listing. We also want to use canif there to calculate how many person passed. Also want to use canif again to calculate how many person score less than 60. Also want to use sum to sum all the grades. We want to use average to get the average for all the grades. And we're going to be using minimum, maximum to know who scored the maximum grade or the maximum score. We're going to be using minimum to know who scored the minimum score. So let's start with can. So for can, you're going to say equal can. Can is just basically about telling Excel you want to can something, right? But there is something look here. Can only count numbers. So if you place in your data that deal with letters, this function gonna give you 0. So that's why you're gonna give me here. If I highlight the entire word here and close the parenthesis and press enter, I'm gonna get 0 because can only count numbers, right? Again, see what I'm talking about one more time. If you highlight the place again, close the parenthesis, whether you take it from the top, you're gonna give you 0 because can only count numbers. So there's a function that we use to count both numbers and letters. So whether the cell have numbers or the cell have letters, you can use the function to know the number of a name or the number of digits that you are putting in your spreadsheet. And that function is called countA. Okay, so now let's do the refu calculation in can. So I'm gonna take the information from here. So once I take the information from here, I'm gonna highlight the numbers. So now if you see, if I highlight the numbers, close the parenthesis and press enter, you see 8. So that means I have 8 students in here. So we didn't use the student name because can only work with numbers. So we're gonna use can A up there. So in can A on the cell, we're gonna use can A and use the student names to see if it gives us the same 8. So can A can both letters and numbers. So I'm gonna say equal can A, parenthesis opens. I'm gonna highlight all the names. When I highlight all the names, close the parenthesis, press enter, and it gave me the same 8. Alright, so the next thing we want to do there, let's look at the next function there. The next function we're going to look at there is, so let's look at canif. So now canif, we're going to use canif to know how many person pass. So when you use canif, it means you have to get something called criteria, right? Which means you have to get either a word or a number that you're looking for. So what are you looking for? The things that you're looking for there is called your criteria. So here we want to know how many person pass or how many times the word pass appear in our work. So that means pass is our criteria. So The first one is the range and the second one is criteria. So the place that you can find your criteria, that place the range. So I had an entire place for my range because paths can be found in there. And the next one I want to do, I want to put a criteria. But this, if you put in a criteria, you have to put quotation. Open quotation, put the word or the number you're looking for, close quotation and close a parenthesis and press enter. So now if I press enter, you're gonna see you're gonna give me 5. If you're looking at it that there, the 5 person who pass or the word pass appear there 5 times. Now the next thing we want to do, we want to use the same COUNTIF to know how many persons score less than 60. So if you want to know how many persons score less than 60, remember less than 60 is our criteria and the range is what the numbers or the score, the place that we can find all the numbers here. So once I highlight my range, open command, open quotation, put less than 60, close quotation, close the parenthesis. If I press enter now, you can see 4. So if you look here, there are 4 person in there or there are 4 numbers in there that is less than 60. The next thing we want to do, we want to do sum. We're going to sum all the numbers. So let's say you having a group of numbers or maybe your sale. After finishing calculating all your sale, you want to get one total. You use the function sum to sum up everything, right? So when I highlight this, close the parenthesis, I press enter, I'm gonna get 530, which means 530 is the total for all the school year if I place it together. So you can use that if you want to calculate, let's say, a sale. So now that you use the average. Average to know the average or any number is just basically you got average parenthesis opens. You spell the word average, open the parenthesis, highlight your range and close it, right? So apart from all the full operation in Excel, any other function you're using, you have to spell it out. So the full operation with addition, subtraction, and multiplication, right? All right. So now we want to use maximum. We want to use maximum here. Sorry. We want to use maximum here for us to know who scored the highest number or the maximum number. Maximum that means biggest. So we want to use maximum to know who scored the biggest number. So want to highlight maximum. There you see 90. There is what the maximum number. So minimum is just who score the less or the least number. So once I highlight equal minimum, open parenthesis, highlight the place, close the parenthesis. If I press enter, now you're gonna see 48 is the least or the minimum score there. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and follow for more video like this.